Hello, hello. Welcome, guys. Come on in. How's everyone doing today? I see Elizabeth. Hello, good afternoon, hon. Rita, how's it going? Kokoro, hello, hello. Hey, Courtney, welcome. Come on in, guys. Let's settle in. We're going to get some writing. Not writing, not yet. We're going to get some planning done. We do have writing later on at 5 p.m. Eastern for anyone who wants to come hang out for that too. So how's everyone doing? How has last week been treating you? Just off the top of your head without looking at anything. How did things go? How do you feel that they went? Because often it does not reflect what we actually did. Where do you think you were successful? Where do you think you needed to work more or prioritize more? I know for me, I don't want to say the writing was different than I planned, but not in a bad way. I think I'll put it that way. What I ended up doing needed to be done, but at the same time, it was structured way differently than the structure I had written out. So I started to try to push into what I had planned and realized I'm just shy of getting into that zone, that stage of things. So I'm happy with what I accomplished, but and for listening to my inner self saying, no, wait a minute, take a second here. There's some mechanical issues here that are not quite coming together. So how did you guys do? Let's see. A quick look at. I discovered that my Fitbit and my phone did not quite want to do the memo thing quite the way I imagined it would. So I'm still researching how to do that. Older Samsung phone and Fitbit, and not quite. I think I can do it, but I have to put a third-party app on there, which I will do. I will figure it out. Okay. Let's see here. Sherry has joined us. Hello, happy Saturday. Yes, I was almost going to say happy Sunday, but it is not. So what kind of plans do you guys have for Mother's Day, if you have any? I'm hoping, fingers crossed, to go to one of our favorite little restaurants around here. They don't take reservations, so that is a good and a bad thing, because if they did, I probably wouldn't be going because I did not get myself organized. But that said, I'm hoping to head over to there because they have fantastic gluten-free options, which I adore and love. And I love the community that it's in. It's a very sort of semi-touristy kind of little area, which we love to go to. Lysanda, hello. Courtney, got paperwork to fill out for the job I got this week. Well, congrats. Also, email to get devices I need to be paid for me. Very nice. Jess, just coming in real quick to say an early happy Mother's Day. Oh, thank you, hon. And to everyone else, but I can't stay. Oh, love it. Thank you, hon. My niece is here and she's riding her new bike with training wheels. It's too cute not to watch. Oh, I love it. Cora, you could probably do it with your phone and Bluetooth earbuds, I think. True. Very true. Voice memo. Okay, let me make a little note of that and I will see if that exists. There were a lot more apps available than I was anticipating, and the list was long. Elizabeth, I didn't write much this week since I've been getting cluster headaches this week stemming from my wisdom teeth. Oh, those are not good. Oh, hon, hugs. Speaking of new bike with training wheels, the daughter got her learners. So that was exciting, and she did her first practice, and that was pretty good. A little nerve-wracking for, mom. Let's see, Lysanda, my family rented a space for a big dinner. Oh, I love that. Rita, I discovered I needed some downtime this past weekend and rethink my 3 separate projects. My son and wife were to come home this weekend, but not now, so just a home day. Oh, well, hopefully they can switch things around and make it next week or something. Coro, I was productive this week, but not as much as I'd planned to be. And that's okay. You've made progress. All that matters. Phyllis, hello and happy Saturday. Looking forward to planning. How's it going, Phyllis? Jess, I'll see you guys next weekend, if not through the week in other sprints. You have an amazing time, Jess. Thank you for popping in and saying hi. Phyllis, Tikakoro, me too. I have a few items to carry over. I had a good week, very productive, very nice. Rita, enjoy your day, Jess. Lysanda, congrats on the learner's permit. Thank you. Elizabeth, I scheduled my road test for my driver's license for July 7th. Woo! Awesome! Oh, I'm so excited for you. Rita, congrats. Thank you. I love that shirt, by the way, Tracy. Oh, yes, this one is one of my, I don't have a lot of bright shirts, but this one just makes me happy. Okay, guys, we're gonna get started and dive on into our planning. We are planning week 7, if you can believe that. I don't really know where this year is going. Stop. Week 7 of Q2. Like, that is... We're more than halfway there, guys. Like, wow. So, we're going to take some serious look at where our priorities are going to be and move some things around and make sure things are happening. Also, next week, if everything goes to plan, I have a new setup for our planning session. So I am playing with that. I got a good base setup yesterday of it, but it's not quite ready to go. Some technical issues of trying to get certain aspects in that I did not realize needed to be in certain places in order to work. And also just learning how to use the program and set it up, and hopefully if I can get it all together, it will be, I think it's got nice fixes in it for us, or I could be, or you guys will let me know if I broke it or if I fixed it. And I will definitely be looking forward to your commentary and what you guys think of it. So we'll hopefully unveil that next weekend. Next weekend should be a perfectly normal weekend. Saturday should be our writing sprints at 5 p.m. Eastern. And on Sunday, we'll do the plan with me at 3 p.m. Eastern and writing at 5 p.m. I don't see any reason why that should change currently. So as always, if I make any changes, check out that community tab, guys. All right, let's see. Elizabeth, I got my planner from Erin Condren today for July 2023 to December 2024. Nice. And I wish I could start using this planner now. Oh, I hear you. I hear you. Revlin, hello. How's it going, hon? Okay, let's get started. Okay, first panel. Weekly review. Successes, challenges, biggest distractions, best fixes, and what needs to be carried forward. I am not going to be upset with myself. If I look at the paper, at my plan, it looks like I'm carrying forward a ton, but the progress I made, I just was in a different place than I thought I was. Let's see, Elizabeth, at least today I was able to go walking outside on a walking path today before I got a cluster headache. That is gone now. I may get another cluster headache this evening, unfortunately. Wonder what could, maybe dim the lights or something just to kind of prevent. I don't know what your triggers are for headaches, so I'm not entirely sure what would work. Think about what triggers them and maybe if you can modify your environment at all. Amelia, hello. Okay, guys, let's get started. Weekly review. Pull out last week's plan and let's give ourselves check marks, cut throughs, circles, asterisks, anything that's going to make this stand out for us, percentages, because sometimes, face it, we get started on something, we get half of it done, which is something, and we should give ourselves credit for that. If we just put a slash through it, but we did 50%, that's not very motivating, right? So, okay guys, let's get our 2-minute timer out. Hey Ray, welcome. And let's do our weekly review and see how we did. And go. Oh, I did not mean to have both those on. Sorry. There, let's see. This is Marvin. Maybe that. Okay, let's see, how did you guys do? Elizabeth, I find, oh, let's see, Dawn's sliding in late, don't mind me. Oh, welcome, Dawn. Elizabeth, I find that drinking a lot of water that is room temperature or cold, although cold water is better, that cluster headache pain will be a bit less painful. And that's probably the hydration, so that's a good thing to do. Do that. Dawn, successes this week. We're getting my YouTube video up. Very nice. A ton of handwritten pages. Very nice. And I finally have a breakthrough on my book I'm typing up. Sweet. Well, congrats. I love that. Phyllis, successes. Stay on track with goals, even though some distractions were transitions as day job. Well, that's very good. Best fix, review my priorities and long-term goals. Nice. Elizabeth, during these cluster headaches, I feel like someone is trying to scoop my out left and stab the other side of my left eye that can't be seen by people. Oh, hon. Hugs. Cluster headaches have been my biggest distraction. No kidding, right? One thing on my plan this week is to figure out how to put a timer on my YouTube videos. Depends if a lot of people just use a window capture and then they pull something from the timer from the internet. I know mine are a bit weird, but that's something the hubby made. Not my thing. Full-on programming that he did and created, and yeah. So generally speaking, maybe you can find something that's like a small video one that you could implement. I'm not entirely sure about that. I'm assuming they exist. Let's see, Sherry, challenges, dizziness and exhaustion. Best fixes, need labs to check thyroid. Thyroid is such an important body part, and it's such a small little annoyance that creates so much trouble. Oh, hun, take care of yourself. Be careful. Dizziness is nothing to play with. Rita, success. Slowly changing my writing plan. Read chapter 1 of one of my books at a live critique. Read. Nice, nice, nice. Great suggestions to improve it. Even better. Phone call with specialist instead of 4 hours in the truck. Oh, you got it all set up. I love that. Elizabeth, on the bright side, I can celebrate having 5 months migraine free. Well, that is insanely awesome. Congrats, hon. Lysanda, my successes were selling 5 books and completing financial counseling. Nice. You know what, hon? You are awesome. Ah, 5 books. I'm going to throw more confetti at you. Well, congrats, son. That is very awesome. Okay, guys, we're going to move on to our next one. Avoiding. What? Why? Does it still matter? Make it priority number 1 and free yourself of it. This can be so many little things, and usually they are some tedious little thing that we don't like doing that takes away from our joy, but they're kind of those things that support us and help us and keep us healthy and safe and all those things, and yet we will avoid them because nobody wants to do that. So what is on your list that you've been avoiding? Let's see. Sherry, good successes. Rita, definitely. Lysanda, yay. Sherry, congrats, Lysanda, definitely. Okay, guys, let's figure out what we've all been avoiding and how we're going to fix that. I'm trying to figure out my story with my book, if I am avoiding or if I am making it better. It's a really slippery slope, guys. Rita, thanks, Sherry. It makes up with now new words. Congrats, Lysanda, definitely. Elizabeth, I still need to do some cleaning, but having cluster headaches makes it difficult to get cleaning done. Oh yeah, definitely. Lysanda, thanks everyone. You are so welcome, man. Okay, guys, let's dive in. Avoiding. Let's go through our plan and figure out preferably the one thing that you're going to get done. But if there's 2 and they're those smaller kind of things, circle them both and we're going to figure out how to get them done. The best thing I can suggest is to either get them off your list today or tomorrow morning, because we still have the rest of today and Sunday. And if not, schedule it for Monday morning if it's business related, and get that phone call done, that email sent, the parcel in the mail, whatever it is, the thing that's not working. I mean, if it's a house thing, maybe see if you can get someone in the house to help you with it and do a little bit of delegating or just even sharing in the chore, whatever it may be. Okay, guys, let's do our 2 minutes and figure out what we're going to fix and how we're going to do it. Okay, let's see. Phyllis, avoiding working on my manuscript revisions. I decided to take a break from it and revisit it at a later time. Sometimes it's just not the right time, or you're not ready, right? Dawn, totally avoiding cleaning up and organizing all my fabric. I need to to cut and count it all. Prep it for projects. Do you already have them determined? Don't overwhelm yourself. Maybe just prep a few and then the rest of them just sort them maybe by season. So when you plan to use them, when you need them by, I don't know, something along those lines. I'm not sure how much you're working with there. Let's see, Phyllis, avoiding part 2. I was avoiding doing some shopping for summer clothes. I just decided to do it this week. Feels good to be ready for the summer. Nice. With Sanda, I've been avoiding going to the grocery store, but I'll go Monday morning. Love that. Yeah, I don't know why people think going to the grocery store is fun. It's like choosing what to make for dinner. Both are tedious, annoying tasks that we get tired of doing. Rita, cleaning or rather declutter the laundry room, which also is the pantry and storage room. It's a mess. Ooh, that's a multi-function room. Can you get any additional shelving or storage in there at all that might be able to assist you or help you out, maybe work a little better for you? That sounds like that room is doing a lot of work for you and is set up in a way that functions for you. Elizabeth, I want to go through my clothes and see what I want to keep and what I don't want to keep. When I lost weight, when I had the iconic stomach pain, some of my pants became too big for me. Well, there's a good side effect. Jenna slides in from cleaning to catch up on planning. How's it going, hun? Okay, you missed the review and the avoiding, but from this point forward, you can always go back and check the review after and just see what you need to carry forward and to see what you're going on your avoidance list that you're going to tackle and get done. Okay, guys, we're going to move on to our next one. Long range plans. What is new to Q2? We're at, like I said, about the midpoint here. Is there anything that still has to be brought into your plan? Any prep or research for Q3 that you're working on? Anything that you need to remove or delay that just doesn't quite work with your plans anymore? Any new opportunities that have come up that you now have to adjust your plan to make it actually work, to make room for it? And how do they impact your future plans? Okay, guys, 2-minute timer, and let's go through and figure out what we're pulling in from our Q2 plan and what we might be considering starting to learn about for Q3 and Q4. Okay, guys, and let's proceed. Oh, I know my mic isn't muted. Talking to myself. Trying to figure out, I get to do one fun thing this week. I have like 2 pages left of my writer's notebook. So I have 2 choices for a new writer's notebook. One that's rather pretty, but soft cover, and one that is another of the black hardcover, which I have found very successful for writing in. And I was just deciding, am I making that a goal? Because it's a fun goal and I'm looking forward to making that choice. So it'll be interesting. Let's see. Where did I leave off? Oh, Rita. I enjoy grocery shopping. Would be better if hubby would just leave it to me. The room just needs to be straightened up and maybe donate stuff we don't even need anymore. Perfect. Miss Ocampo. Hey there. I came in just and felt called out by the avoiding thing. I love that. I'm currently working on chapter 13 of my novel, and I haven't actually started rewriting it yet. So you know where you're starting today when we hit our writing sprints. Cora, and Mike is not muted. That's okay. Let's see, Elizabeth, my plan is to get this rewrite of this novel done. Another success is scheduling my dental surgery for June 13th. That is awesome. I love that. Very cool. Alright guys, our next panel, projects, active, current, new. And I should put on there, on hold, because sometimes we decide that a project is not where it needs to be right now, or something is more important and it's got to be set aside for a bit, but we still know that we want to check in with it, right? Next task steps. These are those natural ones. Obviously, you're not going to edit a book that you do not have a first draft of, right? Good, better, best goals. They allow you to take more into account the nature of life and the nature of time, and allow you to set yourself a lower goal, a little bit better, and that out of the world goal. If you reach that, all the fireworks, right? But it allows you to basically be able to take into account, especially on those weeks when you're not entirely sure how much time you're going to get to work on something, that you can have that range, right? Measured increments. Any problems or delays that have come up, what are they? How are you solving them? Can they be solved, right? Deadlines. Hello, handsome boy. And your deadlines, make sure you write them down, gives them power. And are they serving your bigger goals? Let's see. Elizabeth, I found out that my upper wisdom tooth is near a sinus cavity. Ouch. And that I could have a sinus problem after the wisdom teeth are extracted. I'll be going under general anesthesia for the surgery. Yes, I am. Let's see, long range goal, writing the end. I had it for June 30th, but I am 3 chapters away. So my new goal is May 30th. I love that. Rita, delay writing Maple River and focus on revising my other 2 projects. Bookkeeping for a week, end of the month. Nice. Do something about self-publishing. Nice. Prep for Q3, printing out book for first time. Nice. Second draft, and start getting things ready for betas in Q4. Ooh, love that. Elizabeth, I want to write 10K words next week. Nice. Okay, guys, let's populate our plan with our projects and figure out how we're going to break them down to make them less overwhelming and make it more likely that we will tackle what we want to do and what really matters to us. Our projects list tends to be the one that's more personal. These are the projects that we're doing because we want to. There's always the chance you have some of those house things too, but those tend to be sort of the other list. They're not quite they're not as near and dear to our hearts. Let's see, Jenna and Elizabeth, glad to hear you have a person working on the situation who's aware of that happening. I had a new dentist leave a mess behind from not knowing that can happen. Huge hugs. Oh, well, thank you for that knowledge. Yes, thank you for sharing, Jenna. Jenna, I am fishing out book 1. Condren. Ooh, and getting it out for Kickstarter and wide before getting book 2 ready for the same. Love it, hun. Okay, guys, 2 minutes. Let's populate our plan, our weekly plan with our projects and which pieces of it we're going to work on this week. And go. Oh, sweet. Monday, maybe. Distracted here trying to get that settled down. Let's see. Phyllis just updated my project Kanban boards and quarterly planning virtual documents. Love that. Actually, now that I decided to go for it. I don't know if I'm gonna keep her or not, but I went for the mini, and I find myself using her a lot more than the bigger 10.2. I can't think of the name of it. I think it's like ninth gen or something. It's got a word to it. Which is very large, and I was not enjoying it, so I went for this one, kind of calling it basically everything I sort of bought for my birthday, Christmas. I ended up taking most of it back because it just wasn't working for me, and I never really replaced it. So I kind of made this like my birthday Christmas stuff last year. And I'd rather have something that's I'm going to use actually helps me to get things done and makes my life more enjoyable. Let's see, Elizabeth, I'm going to clean my room and organize my closet next week. I'm going to organize my desk and make my room and writing space much nicer for writing and more inviting. Spring cleaning is needed. I am going to I think grab a tote, and I'm going to take out my wintry type clothes out of the closet. So I think I can have a little more room for things that are going to, we're going to be in a weird, like this week we're doing a heat wave. But I know that's not going to last. I know it's going to return to normal. So, we're not going to be sitting at 36 degrees after this week, I'm sure, or I kind of hope so anyways. So I kind of need a variety, but I certainly am not going to need winter wear. So I want to put those away and give myself a little more room in my closet to actually get at things a little more easily. They're a little bit cramped in there and it's not pleasant. Plus hanging sweaters, I don't know about you guys, they never seem to be very happy when you do that. Let's see, read a beta reading, at least 5 chapters. Nice. Lear, write new chapter to move the days forward and revising for me. Practice run for paper making for the library program for the following week. That is very cool. Love that. Elizabeth, and my computer just notified me that today is World Migratory Bird Day in the US and Canada. My grandparents love bird watching. Very cool. Let's see, is the second Saturday of October in Mexico, Central and South America, and the Caribbean. That is very interesting. And I know that has to do with the equator and all that kind of stuff. That is very neat to actually see it in that, how it plays out. Okay, guys, we are going to dive into our next panel. Smaller tasks. These are all those things that keep us fed and sheltered and balanced and just centered and generally happy. If you're fed, you have the things you need in your house. These are good things. Let's see. Phyllis, I did the same thing. I put my winter clothes in a tote in a spare closet. If needed, I can grab an item if the weather changes. Exactly. I may even take some video. Very nice. I love that. 2 big projects. First, new flooring. Congrats. So I need to clean in closets and things before flooring comes. Second, summer deep clean. I gave myself a deadline to write down my plan of attack. I love that. Very nice. Okay, guys, 2-minute timer, and let's figure out our smaller tasks and what chores and stuff we need to do this week. Chores, errands, our meal plan if we're into meal planning, our exercise plan to make sure we get our butts to the gym or on the exercise equipment, or even if it's just a video that you watch, pull that out and make sure everything's organized. Even if you leave it, if you use YouTube videos, have it up on your computer already set up so that when you're ready to work out, just click the play button and good to go. Banking, bill due dates, admin tasks, your self-care, set up at least 50%, guys. You are worth it and you need it. Your body needs it, your mind needs it, your soul needs it, guys. Plan your planning. I know we have this set time for our weekly planning, but even make sure you're putting your daily planning in there. Your monthly planning, your quarterly planning, have it down, have it organized. That way you know when you're going to do it. You might even have to move things around a little bit, but at least it's part of the plan and you're making time and room for it. And can you batch together shorter tasks? As well, note down your sprints you want to attend. If you write it down, you're more likely to not forget and you're more likely to show up and take full advantage of that writing session. Okay, guys, 2 minutes, and let's populate our plan with our smaller tasks and go. Let's see. And how did that go for you guys? Let's see. Go, go, go. Take, go. Let's see. Elizabeth, I am going to be cooking food for Monday to Wednesday tomorrow. Nice. Let's see, Elizabeth. I will exercise when I can, as these cluster headaches allow me to. Sorry, guys. Annoying daughter. Rita, normal kitchen stuff for me. Would love to get to some yoga this week. Oh, very nice. And downtime, continue with writing plan on paper. Nice. Sprints, self-care blocks. Love that. Elizabeth, I am also going to start setting an alarm for 15 minutes before I need to be out of the house, so I'm not rushing to work on weekdays. Oh, I love that. I don't want to be late to work and get fired. Oh, hear you on that. I'll set the alarm on my phone. Yeah, and give yourself the driving time, plus we're heading into the season of construction being everywhere. And it tends to affect our driving time. So definitely take that into account, guys, and give yourself an extra 5 minutes, because it's going to happen, and it's going to happen at the worst moments. And you're going to be like, I should have planned for this. Right? So definitely give yourself that extra 5. That way you can just sit and relax. If it ends up being done, you have 5 minutes just to relax and be calm for a moment. Do something on your phone, a little fun game or something before you go into work, or whatever the appointment is, right? Sherry, you guys reminded me to pack up my winter clothes, so add it to my errands. Nice. Also need to get back to my AM routine with yoga. Very nice. I love that, guys. Okay. Let's see. Phyllis updated all of my smaller tasks on my Google Calendar. Still finding that meal planning, food shopping is moving around, and I think it always does. It's unless you are actually going to do like a call in an order or do it online, I don't know if it's one of those things that it can be the same time every week. I don't know. It's a tougher one, because it's always kind of a variable on whether you get everything successfully. I mean, how often do you go in the store and they're out of something you need, right? So kind of work that around, right? Sandra, I can relate to your earlier comment. Elizabeth, ADHD makes being on time to things more difficult, but I need to deal with this before I get fired. Yes, definitely. And setting that alarm, giving yourself the extra time. I find it's usually the little things to get you. You realize that the jacket that you wanted isn't where you thought it was, or whatever it is, like something has been moved around from where you thought it was, and things like that. And those will chew away at those little extra bit of time if you go too close to that tight schedule. Let's see, Sharon, not Erin's chores. That's okay. Okay, guys, we're going to dive on into our next panel. Important dates for the next 2 weeks, because we always want to have a view of what's coming at us. Events, birthdays, appointments, commitments, deadlines. Write them down. Make sure you know what's coming at you. Note travel time and if action prep is needed. Do you need to buy a birthday present, a birthday card? Do you need to mail it? Do you need to, is it involving someone else? You got to coordinate with that person, and maybe you need to put extra travel time in because you're picking them up before you go to the thing, right? So make sure you're getting all that organized so you're not late and you're not stressed, most important, and you can feel good, right? Let's see, Elizabeth, I find that hyper focus in the morning when I'm awake extra early can cause me to run behind in the morning, since I don't want to stop the hyper focus when I'm supposed to. You can even have timers for end times of things. So if you know you want to write for 2 hours in the morning, but you know you got to get ready for work, well, you don't want to end up having it be your writing time be 2.5 hours, and then you're scrambling like mad to get to work or get ready for work. So set that timer as well for an end time, so you can actually at least, you know, you can take a minute and you can, you know, finish up that thought, but you're not going to lose the other 29 minutes that you end up in super focus mode. Okay, guys, I'm going to bring up Google Calendar. I have my my monthly paper planner open as well, which has the most things written on it ever. I finally started to use it, guys. I made a point of getting it out where I could see it and writing down those dates. I tend to prefer using Google Docs, but I feel like in the planner, if I write it down, somehow it sticks up here a little better. Okay, guys, 2 minutes, and let's go work through our important dates and see what we need to do in terms of our timing to make everything work. And go. Okay, what did you guys come up with? Jenna, wedding anniversary is in July. Congrats. So I need to plan this staycation, exploring our new hometown instead of doing a trip. I'm also sure he has more archery tournaments, and it's gem show season. Oh, those gorgeous pieces you showed earlier. I can't wait to see the jewelry you make from that. They are stunning, stunning pieces. Let's see, Rita. Tuesday, candle making and book club at the library. Love both those. Doctor's appointments, 2 this week. And paper making with the kids next Thursday. Video of paper making at home for YouTube and Instagram. Very cool. Nice. I love that. For me, I've got council meeting this week. I have to go pick up my bread order. As you guys know, I'm celiac, and we found there's a wonderful bakery around here that makes a fantastic gluten-free potato bread. And it's artisan grade. It's lovely, excellently priced, and but the only problem is I either have 2 choices of picking up directly from the bakery itself, which is not exactly in my neck of the woods, or I can pick it up from a store, an organic store that is also not necessarily in my neck of the woods, but we just combo and we we go for lunch and we do some other shopping at some of our other little shops and stuff that we used to go to all the time. A little nostalgia shopping, if you will, and we have a good time. It's actually quite enjoyable. So I have to make sure that I do that this week, and we have a long weekend coming. So I'm not sure what we're going to do with that. And I know you guys have a long weekend coming up for Memorial Day. So I need to figure out, do you guys plan to do any writing that weekend? Are there days that are busier than others? Let me know. Should the planning be on Sunday, or should I move to Saturday, or what would actually be better for you guys? Let me know, because in Canada we have Victoria Day and you guys have Memorial Day the following weekend. So let me know what works for you. Let's see. Important date this week, graduation Saturday. Very nice. So bittersweet. Next week is the huge statewide homeschool convention. Very nice. So I need to be intentional with my writing time. Nice. Jenna, thanks Tracy. I'm picking up wire wrap jewelry as a hobby to help with carpal tunnel. The labradorite pieces I posted earlier literally were singing. They were so pretty. I know, right? They're gorgeous, absolutely stunning pieces. I just got a new piece, but it's like doesn't even come close to those beauties. Okay, guys, let's dive into our next panel. Let's see here. Get ahead. Now, this one is spent most often in our lives when we try to get ahead. It's basically because we want to make room for something, but we want to kind of make room for joy. We want to make room for to be able to participate, and we also need maybe time to reset or recover. Often when you finish a first draft, you can't just dive into another book. You need a little time to reset before you can move on to the next book. Or you need to reset and take a couple weeks off before you go into editing mode. So when we're creating buffers, there's many reasons for doing so. It could be for a vacation. So you can actually be free of work while you're on vacation and actually be able to, have fun with your kids, have fun with your spouse, really enjoy the vacation and really have a reset. Let's see, Phyllis, for Memorial Day, maybe Friday would work for planning. I plan to take the long weekend off. Okay, good to know. Good to know. Wire wrapping stones is so much fun. Ooh, Rita. Video maybe. You can teach us. I would be okay with that. Just kidding. Not really. Okay, guys. And then sometimes it's for longer interruptions, like recovery from surgery. Some surgeries require, a couple months of recovery time, and life is going to look different during that time. So how are you going to, if you have a book coming out, but then you have a surgery coming, how are you going to make those work together, right? This also includes your self-care breaks. These are good for you. They help you. You deserve them. Tell yourself over and over, you deserve self-care. You do. You need it. Your body needs it. Your mind needs it. Your soul needs it, guys. And mental health days, buffer days, put those into your plan. That way, when you're not feeling good, you can take the time you need to rest, recover, and feel better. And how does this all serve you? Like, why are you doing it, right? Let's see, Elizabeth, I want to get this novel rewrite done before July, but it may not happen due to these cluster headaches and this wisdom teeth extraction surgery. Well, you're having the surgery on the 13th of June, so maybe it's close. You might want to tweak it, maybe instead of maybe before July, maybe make it mid-July. Give yourself that extra 2 weeks. Rita, I would so do that. I love it. Okay, guys, so let's figure out where we want to make space in our plan, where we're putting our mental health days, where we're scheduling our self-care, and what kind of self-care do you guys want to do? Like, make yourself your happy list of all those things that bring you joy, that refill the well, right? Sometimes it's important to know what you're going to do and how you're going to use that time. Okay, guys, 2 minutes and let's proceed. Okay, let's see here. Ooh, where did I leave off? Elizabeth, I've been having a hard time concentrating on writing this entire month, so I'm going to aim to get this novel rewrite done by the end of July, since I am leaving to go to Pennsylvania on June 30th. Oh, I see. Okay, so you need that extra wiggle room for sure. I'll be back from Pennsylvania on July 5th. Okay, that works. I'm planning to take a writing break during this vacation. Perfect. I love how you structured that and thought that through. Phyllis, thanks for always reminding us to schedule self-care and wellness days. I am going to schedule mine for May now. Nice. For the rest of May, I have already taken a few already. I love that. That is perfect. I am going to... I have been very light in the use of my planner. I have been using my weekly plan, but I have not been using my dailies as much as I should. So I'm going to figure out, I think my planner from now on is going to be left open on my daily page. And I think my weekly will be left open on the weekly page. I mean, it looks nicer on my desk when I leave it closed and it's all pretty on there, but I need to leave it open, so I'm looking at it. I've also been busy doing other things, so maybe that's I'm having to look at time a little differently. Let's see, Rita, with quite a few more doctor's appointments and library programs, I really need to schedule more self-care and other hobbies besides all revisions. Yes, refill the well, even if it's just 15 minutes of reading each day. Let's see, buffer for before and after homeschool convention. Planning on one day each. Love that. Yes, when you go to a convention or conference, nobody really tends to think about that. The setup time, the packing, the mental headspace it takes to prepare for something like that. You're going to kind of be on. So you're going to be being far more social than even someone who's naturally social. You're going to be more social than you are in your own normal environment, right? So all these things, you kind of need that little extra time, right? July, we are celebrating our 23rd anniversary. Congrats. So vacation planning for then. Nice. Elizabeth, I have family on my dad's side in Pennsylvania, so I'm stoked to see them. Also, my dad's cousin had gone through chemotherapy and then radiation. I don't know if she's done with the radiation yet. Well, she'll be happy to see you and see a happy face that's gonna, if she's already done, she's probably will be at the tail end of it at that point, and she'll just be happy to have just a happy, relaxing visit with family. I'm also planning in a few self-care days for after I write the end. Perfect, I love that. Elizabeth, she's doing okay now. The chemotherapy and radiation has been for breast cancer. Yes, there's a very good friend of ours that's going through that right now, and she's recovering well, and she kept teaching while she was doing it, and she managed to keep going, and I love that. She was able to not stop the things that she really loves. She loves teaching, and it's very personal to her, and I'm glad that that didn't have to be interrupted. Okay, guys, we're gonna head on into, let's see, reality check. Oops, let's try to kill my watch. Can you successfully manage to do everything you've chosen with the time you have? What should you delay or reduce? We don't necessarily, what you can adjust. Face it, if you wrote down that you want to have a 20K week, but you're now looking at your plan and you see that, yeah, that's too much, make it a 10K week. It's still going to be amazing. It's still going to be awesome. You're still going to make a nice big chunk out of that, out of the manuscript, out of that story, and you're going to move it forward. But you're not going to burn yourself out, and you're not going to overwhelm yourself or make yourself feel bad. You can do a good, better, best goal, and you can do 10, 15, 20. And that way, if things maybe clear out and you make room for, and it managed to happen, and you get that 20, awesome, right? Let's see, Phyllis. I like the idea of creating a buffer. I am thinking about that in regards to a vacation I am planning later this year. I love that. Yeah, I mean, why go on vacation if you're just going to work, right? Be able to be free to go to dinner and have fun and go sightseeing and explore and enjoy your vacation and reset, guys. Truly refill the well, right? Okay, guys, let's get that 2-minute timer up, and we're going to go through our plan and see where we want to make small modifications, or maybe even big ones. Maybe something just doesn't really serve you this week. You can move it to next week, right? Okay, guys, 2-minute timer. Let's go through our reality check and see what we can do. Okay, Elizabeth, I can do what I have chosen to do. I can take more mental health space if I need to due to cluster headaches. I can't write 20K words next week. 10K I can do. I love that. Rita must doctor's times 2, library programs, beta reading. Hope to get at least one set of live sprints for my own revisions and writing a new chapter. Love that. And guys, remember to think also in terms of the shape of your days. Is it a full day where you have all the time in the world to do all the creative tasks? Is it a half day? Are you going to give up half the day to working outside of the home somewhere? And then how much are you going to be able to truly get done with the other half in terms of your creative endeavors? Pinch days. Those are those crazy busy days where it seems like every moment is already taken. What small things can you do to move the manuscript forward, even if it's only just writing for 10 minutes and staying in touch with those characters and with your story and just moving one little scene a little bit further along, right? Think about your pinch days. And then those true off days. These are the days where you are nothing else is happening. It's not going to be the entire day belongs to something else, and you're not going to be able to get down to your desk. And these off days can also be sometimes, that sick day when you're really sick. You're not going to be accomplishing, and you should be able to allow yourself the time to take it off and recover and sleep and rest and just take care of your body, right? Also, it's good to incorporate into your plan a buffer day or a catch-up day so that you have room to tackle those tasks that may have gotten a little bit behind that have to happen. Things that you kind of have that day where you can go through your list of the things that are almost, and you can get them done, right? So think in terms of how you're structuring your time and how you're going to break that down to make it so that things actually can get done and the actual shape and available hours you have. Let's see, Elizabeth, I also decided to take Sunday off since having a day off during a week feels good. Nice. Yeah, we are going to probably be, I'm hoping, this is my plan, that we have a nice lunch or dinner out somewhere, one of my favorite restaurants. We play copious amounts of video games, including Overcooked, and maybe some card games or board games, even if I can slide that in there. I love doing that with my fam. And I hope to, I know I'm not going to get a ton done, but that's going to be one of those days where I'm going to get a little pinch of creative writing in there, right? Okay, guys, let's see. What is our final panel? And next steps. So you're going to populate your planner with your plan, broken down tasks, make it easy for yourself to get things done and get your butt in the chair. Make sure that you're, giving yourself the time and acknowledging where that space is that you can thrive and make progress on your manuscripts and on your creative projects. Create your master planner ideal week. It may end up being changed a little bit, but if you give your week shape and kind of put things down where you think you might be able to tackle them, you're more likely to get them done. Schedule your self-care, as always, at least 50%, guys. Schedule your mental health day, your buffer catch-up days, your hyper-focus days, whatever it is. If you're doing themes and you're doing, you have heavy writing days, you have video editing days, whatever it is, give yourself shape and structure. Create Monday's daily plan. Get that done so that you can start the week strong, knowing where you're headed. Give yourself a direction. Give yourself your top 3 if you like doing that, if that works for you. Follow the plan and build your dreams, guys. Let's see. Phyllis, really check. I have one task I will be moving to Q3, Q4 because I won't be able to get it done in Q2. I love that. Beautiful. Jenna, thank you for hosting. You are so welcome. See you in writing sprints soon. Definitely. Guys, we are going to get about a 50-minute break here to relax, reset, and get into writer's mode. So go get yourself a tall glass of water, refresh your favorite beverage, go have a snack or a meal if you've not eaten yet, and move around, because we're going to sit down and we're going to do 2.5 hours of writing, and we're going to move our manuscripts forward. I will see you guys in a little bit. Thank you for hanging out with me, and thank you for allowing me to learn from you guys in terms of the things that work best for us in terms of how we plan together. Yeah, and I'm looking forward to next week, hopefully revealing the new setup. I have a good base, so I should be able to make those little tweaks and get everything to work. And yeah, and then we will be able to try a new format. And please guys, please tell me how you feel about it, what works for you, what needs to be fixed, what needs to be changed, adjusted. It could even be as simple as how long the timer is for certain things. I'm going to be changing things up a little, and we'll see how that works for us. Rita, rest time and then revisions. I love that. Phyllis, thanks for hosting. You're so welcome. Such a productive planning time as always, or as usual. Oh, thank you, hun. Let's see, Elizabeth, thanks for this. Sherry, oh, you guys, definitely. Thank you for hanging out with me. Elizabeth, I love these planning sessions. Oh, love it, guys. Great job, everyone. Definitely. Thank you for showing up for you. Thank you for coming and hanging out with me. Go and take a nice little break here, and I will see you guys at 5 p.m. Eastern for our writing sprints. Okay, until then, go ahead and relax. Bye, guys.